Hi everyone, we want to take a few minutes to tell you about a new small group session that begins this week for a 6-week run right up to the 10th of December. Do you know we had a great time in our last series looking at some of the promises God gives us in the Bible, exploring how we can actually live out these truths day in, day out. Do you know we've got a great bunch of small group leaders who commit their time to welcoming you and guiding you in your discussions, and they love praying with you. So I would like to say thank you to all our small group leaders. You are doing such a great job. We love you. We love your heart for your group, and so keep going. And thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely. You know, there was one thing we did notice, however, was that the attendance for small group decreased a bit towards the end of the session. Now, we know that there are probably a multitude of reasons for this, but nonetheless, we want to give you a wee reminder of why our small groups are so important. You'll have heard this, or have heard it said that small groups are at the heart of what make Falkirk Vineyard a community. Lorraine and I have been leading small groups for 14 years. In fact, Falkirk Vineyard was born out of one of those small groups. And also the Bible teaches and demonstrates that gathering together with fellow believers is a necessary and essential condition of being a disciple, of being a follower of Jesus. And that's why you'll regularly hear us quoting from Hebrews 10 when it says, "Let us think of ways to motivate one another to acts of love and good works. And let us not neglect our meeting together as some people do, but encourage one another."
And these verses sum up exactly what our small groups are all about. This is where we meet together to motivate one another, to share our stories of God's goodness, to share our highs and to share our lows, or to share our successes and our disappointments. And in all those things, to encourage one another, to keep going, to run the race, to not be disheartened. For every single person who shows up to small group is a source of encouragement and motivation. Just by being there, you are encouraging your small group leaders. And just by showing up, you're encouraging others in your group. And when we see you there, you are certainly encouraging us. Yeah.
And conversely, when you're not there, it is disappointing. Not because we're mad at you for not attending. We're not trying to enforce anything. But we're disappointed because it is always better when you are there. You are a blessing to us. You are a delight for us. We planted this church for you so that we could be with you and you could be with us. We want us all to be encouraging one another, learning from one another, loving one another, serving one another, and urging each other on to share the love and goodness of God with the world that we live in.
And these past 7 months have seen some of the best and some of the worst moments that we've experienced as pastors. But you know, God's favour has poured over us in the most trying of times. We have cried over the struggle of holding this church community together and then been overwhelmed with the joy that every time we realise that you're still there. We worry about you becoming or feeling disconnected in this season of separation. So we're asking you to keep hanging on there, push through those feelings and connect with us in small group. And by doing that, you will be encouraging dozens of people and you will be encouraged as well.
You know what, there's been loads of occasions when we've not felt like going to small group and we're the leaders. But we always end up going because every time that we decided to show up, it was never a disappointment because being together, being gathered and being with you is a joy. And we would love you to sign up for one of our groups for this session. So how can we do that, Lorraine? How do we sign up for small group?
You go to falkirkvineyard.com/small groups.
Yep, so if you go there and you will see the list of groups that are open this session and just click on your favourite group, the one you want to be a part of, and then you're in. All you've then got to do is click on the Zoom link that we'll send you and then you are there. So,
you know, we love you all. So keep in touch with each other. Keep sending messages and keep doing your phone calls. Let's keep motivating one another to acts of love and good works.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're looking forward to seeing you there this Thursday evening at small group. Get signed up. We'll see you on Zoom and then we'll break out into our groups together and we will bless and motivate one another to acts of love and good works. Looking forward to seeing you there.
Can't wait.